You notice it in quiet moments. You're not the same person with everyone. Your voice changes, your opinions shift, your energy rearranges itself depending on who you're with. And when you're finally alone, a question lingers in the background. If you keep changing, who are you really? It doesn't feel fake in the moment, it feels automatic. Around some people, you become quieter, more careful, more agreeable. Around others, you're expressive, relaxed, almost like a completely different version of yourself. This pattern is known in psychology as high self-monitoring, where your brain constantly reads the room and adjusts your behavior based on subtle social cues. It makes you perceptive and socially aware, but over time, it creates a strange kind of exhaustion, not from people, but from never feeling anchored in one consistent self.
It's easy to interpret this as something being wrong with you, like you're fake or lacking a real personality. But this isn't dysfunction, it's adaptation. Your brain isn't designed to protect authenticity first, it's designed to protect belonging. From a survival perspective, fitting in has always mattered more than standing out. So your mind learned a simple rule: adjust and you'll be accepted, match and you'll stay safe. This isn't weakness, it's intelligence shaped by social experience. Underneath this, your brain
Is constantly predicting outcomes. The prefrontal cortex simulates different versions of you, asking what will work best in this moment, while the amygdala scans for social threats like rejection or judgment. Together, they build patterns where different environments trigger different behaviors. This is called context-dependent identity. You're not one fixed personality, but a system that adapts to situations. The problem only begins when this adaptation becomes so automatic that you lose connection to the center behind it. So the goal isn't to force yourself to act the same everywhere, but to become aware of how and why you shift. Start by noticing the moment it happens, when your tone changes, your posture tightens, or your thoughts become more filtered. This builds metacognition, the ability to observe your own behavior in real time, and that awareness creates a small but important gap between stimulus and response. Then look beneath the behavior and ask what you're trying to avoid. Often it's not the situation itself, but the fear of rejection, disapproval, or conflict. This connects to avoidance conditioning, where your brain repeats behaviors that reduce discomfort, even if they slowly disconnect you from yourself. Instead of trying to create one fixed identity, focus on building small internal anchors, simple principles that stay consistent across situations, like speaking honestly, not forcing reactions, or allowing silence. These anchors strengthen what psychologists call self-concept clarity, giving you a stable reference point even as your behavior adapts. At the same time, allow yourself to feel small amounts of social discomfort without immediately correcting it. When you act slightly outside your usual pattern, it will feel unnatural at first, even risky. But this is where change happens. Through exposure, your brain updates its predictions and realizes that being more authentic doesn't lead to the danger it expected. Over time, the need to constantly adjust begins to soften. You can think of yourself like light, something constant at its source, even as it passes through different environments and appears to change. The goal isn't to stop adapting, but to stay connected to that source beneath the variation. So if you've been feeling like a different person around everyone, it doesn't mean you're fake. It means you learned how to adapt, how to belong, how to stay safe, and now you're beginning to notice the cost. That awareness is where everything starts to shift, quietly, in small moments where you pause instead of adjusting, where you let yourself speak without overthinking, where you stay present even when it feels unfamiliar. Something steadier begins to emerge. Not a perfect identity, but a deeper sense of self that doesn't disappear just because the room changes. And slowly, the question fades, not because you found one fixed version of yourself, but because you start to feel that you were always there, underneath all of them.